Hello and welcome to the Brandborn Glassworks station. Just a small piece in the big network of Speedynet, but it's an important small piece because look at the list of trains just going to this station and then we can still scroll. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Man, these new track entrance and exit tracks are just, oh, they're amazing really. They add so much more throughput and capacity to the station. It's good. Now, that's what we did last time along with this station and this one, which was actually the video before that. Right now, we're gonna do something else. We are not going to fiddle with our existing tracks, but we are going to expand on a new section of land over here. And also another thing, somebody pointed out in the comments, which I found quite useful. I didn't even know this, but look. Hey, I can change map views now, so yeah, this is cool, you know. I mean, it doesn't really add that much informative layers, you know. I mean, this is like resource producing nodes or industries or whatever you want to call them. This is just the tracks and this is just the regular view. But this one I do find quite useful because it shows the height levels pretty good, you know. It's much better than when you look at it like this and you're like, yeah, I can see there's a hill, but the exact height level, while over here you can see it's like, hey, this is 5 layers, you know, it's much better, so thank you. Now, yeah, we are going to expand over here in this area over here. And, well, you know, I have had a thought about this whole plan, of course. And I actually, at first, thought about doing different things as well. Because why expand? There's no real financial need for it, nor is there a real need in terms of, well, you know, products or resources for it. We got everything in our network already. But the thing is that the other options just weren't that attractive. And I'll quickly run you through the other options that I saw, which are also over here at the Brandborn Glassworks. Because, as you can see, there's a mountain of engineering supplies, and those could be taken to these oil wells, and then they would increase production massively, which would lead to an insane amount of petrol, which we could then ship to some towns, which would grow explosively. Well, it's a plan, right? The thing is, though, currently over here we have like, I don't know, I haven't counted them, but say like 10 vehicles. If this doubles, we have 20. If it quadruples, we have 40 vehicles for this one oil well, just to take away all the oil that it produces. So, and that's just this one. We have like, I think 4 oil wells hooked up. You can quickly see where that's gonna lead to. So, therefore, we're not shipping engineering supplies to over here, but it is on the agenda for when we have better vehicles, faster ones with a bigger capacity load carriage thing, you know, bigger vehicles, then we are going to do that because, of course, we're going to need all the petrol we can muster. I mean, every big city needs petrol, so you never have enough, basically. But that's not the thing that we're gonna do. The other thing that I know is that over here we also have a crapload of manufacturing supplies. But the thing is, currently we're taking them towards a brewery over here. And that's the only place close by that actually uses manufacturing supplies. All the other places we go to don't use it, you know, like a steel mill doesn't use manufacturing supplies. A timber yard doesn't use it. Only the glasswork or the brewery does it. Not even the glassworks. The lime kiln, none of those use manufacturing supplies. Aside from Mr. Stockyard, I think it was over here, or... no, wait, it wasn't the other island. Yeah, apart from these two, they do use manufacturing supplies, but now we're gonna do this nice little view that I now know. If the train was to take manufacturing supplies to over here, it would have to go like this, which is like, especially this section over here is our most congested area in the network, and I don't feel that starting to move manufacturing supplies to over there would add that much. So yeah, this is pretty much off limits. I also don't feel that we should build a train line specifically for that purpose, which would be quite a shortcut. This is still a pretty long distance, so I mean, if you zoom in, you know, that's from like over here to over here. That's long. Several towns, hills, farms and all that, and this could easily be a multi-million project, and we only have 26, so no. Now those manufacturing supplies, I mean right now we bring them to the brewery like I said, but they could be taken elsewhere without the brewery becoming without manufacturing supplies. So that was actually a reason to start expanding there. The other thing, you know, that's like, well, something that we should do something with is this. This is the issue pretty much with all our farms over here, that or our forests that we got over here. All these green forest stations have massive crap loads of farm supplies there, and I would love to take those to, well, a place that uses them like actual farms, but that would have to be like in this general area over here. And really look at the terrain, it's a freaking mountain size, and there aren't that many farms, and this is to me still a bit of a puzzle that I haven't really decided on, whilst over here the lay of the terrain isn't that much better. I mean, we're quite confined in space, but it does give us like a direction. You know, the solutions to where to build which track and hook what up to are easier to find than over here, where it's a big white canvas with hills everywhere where I don't want them and a lack of farms. So yeah, see how I end up with the expansion plan over here, because all the other options just weren't good enough. That's why. Now, of course, we could, you know, start moving petrol towards towns, but I really want to wait with that till we have several, well, hubs of very big towns, you know, so that the era for that is not there. So we're going to expand, and we're gonna take this branch, and I have already done some field research. So if we open up the map, let's see, I have pre-selected this already. Look, you might think like, hey, but you have that over, you know, on the, well, the main view over here as well. Not true, because over here it only shows resource nodes, and here I can select whatever I want, which is more than just resource nodes. The aim over here, you know, I mean, I'm laying out the plans here, so listen carefully, because these are CEO executive orders, huh? Well, I like the sound of that. Anyway, the plan here is to hook up a lot of farms that we can't see right now, but if we were to, how do I minimize that? Nope, not like that. Balls. Right, anyway, if we zoom in a little bit, we can see that there's plenty of farms over here. Look, there's farms everywhere. And another good thing is that we have a stockyard, we have a sugar refinery, a dairy, and if we go... where was it? It was somewhere over here. I swear it. Where is it? Oh, balls. Have I looked this the wrong way? No. That's a brickworks. Oh, over here, look, the textile mill. So basically, we have all the industries relatively close by in the vicinity that we can process anything that any of those farms produce. So the plan is to set up a supply of farming supplies and then start distributing those to the farms and start delivering their goods to the places. The only downside really is that, well, if we take you back out again and look over here, that pretty much everything that we need, you know, is over here on this area. So this is going to be a real pain to design, but I think we can do it. I think if we make the approach like over here, rather, I think it might be better to just start over here and then think of a way how we get out later on. Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do. But anyway, that's the plan. So what we're gonna have to do is first get a basic supply of farm supplies at the ready. Now, We're gonna do that by hooking up coal mines and quarries towards this lime kiln over here. And of course we need engineering supplies for those as well, and of course we have them over here, but like I said, these are like, you know, in my mind and in Speedynet's business plan, they're reserved for the oil wells, so we're not gonna touch those. We need to come up with a way to make our own, but that's for later. For now, I want, you know, the basic farm supply set up, and then we'll start hooking up some farms, and then, yeah, then we'll be a long way ahead in the future. First though, we need to get our bearings and find the good spots over here. So we zoom in a little bit. This is the lime kiln, which is going to be a crucial centerpiece in all of this. If we were to disable the trees completely, we could see that it's actually on a pretty high position. So what I'm thinking of doing is putting the station over here. Well, actually over here. Yeah, I think over here it can be in the influence, and we could just have it, because I do see this. Well, these are like Japanese radio towers. They're just shacks on the mountain. But these, I mean, we can just have a tunnel go below these things so that we don't have issues in that regard. And then we can, well, I guess we'll have to terraform, but we could have a station over here, and that just hooks up to like this coal mine, which I also want to connect. I mean, I'm theorizing this way too much. I think it's time for less talking and more building. So yeah, right, here it goes. I just came to a realization that right now we are starting out with the industries, but it's very well possible that we piss off a few the local authorities. So to just be ahead of them being pissed off, and then we'll have to place massive amounts of trees, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna quickly spam all the towns with stations, so that if we then at some point need to please them once again, we can just hook them up without having to build trees first, you know. So yeah. Oh, then again, on the other hand, if we have a station that is unserved, then we will actually lose reputation with them. So let's actually not do that unless we are actively going to get a surface line there. Right, never mind, continuing on. Alright, so our basic setup is now in motion, and well, it isn't advanced or anything, but at least we got something going now. We hooked up these small little towns of Ginwood and Nenfingburn, or Bourne. Oh, Nenfingbourne Bridge, actually. Let me not butcher your name, of course. But yeah, we got 3 coal mines hooked up now towards this kiln, and it's producing absolutely nothing. But production will step up if both cargoes are delivered in short periods of time. And guess what we have over here? A quarry delivering the needed stone. So we're gonna hook that one up. But I believe, and we can see that over here, yes, see there are more quarries. I'm not really sure about this one. This is just one quarry. This one, on the other hand, or actually these two, are a lot more interesting to me, and I'm strongly considering of hooking those two up by sea. Now, to do that, what we would need to do is basically, I don't know if we can, because the thing is that we've extended this station quite a bit by having it go all the way over here, but that way our coal mine over here is relatively close by. I don't know if I'm able to get a docks going over here, which is still hooked up to this station because of these things here. So yeah. I'm gonna give it a shot, of course. I mean, don't get me wrong, but there's a good chance that it won't work. We'll see right away here. Nenfring Bridge Grocer Shop. Yeah, it doesn't allow for it, so maybe over here? No, just a hardware store. Alright, so that doesn't work. What? A new tram already breaks down. I want my money back. I want a discount. Wow, that's bad. I also need to clone one of you lads. Yeah, 2 horses. And there. Good, so we're gonna have to... Oh, that's gonna be annoying. What I could try and see is perhaps if we dig a canal. And then we could ferry the stones over towards this station here, but let me just see. If I were to dig a canal, I mean, what's this? That's a transition, a high transition. Well, how much would this cost me? Yikes. And if I then were to say, oh, that's crazy expensive, and I don't want it over here because this at some point might have to expand. So the canal that we're gonna build has to be final. This ain't good, really. I don't want to make another transition, another transitional phase where I have to, transit the goods from the docks towards this station. So perhaps maybe later on we can get these quarries into play. If we have like a station over here and then use this station, but it's not gonna be done through this means over here, so that's a bummer. But that doesn't matter, because what we need to do right now is get this quarry hooked up, so I'll quickly get that sorted. Alright, so the quarry is set up right now. So soon, look, right now it's like 33. I expect this to go up to like 80 crates of farm supply a month. That's not a whole lot really, but we've got to factor in that at a later point these 2 quarries will come into play, and then we are in business. I could perhaps grab this quarry too if we just zoom out a little bit. I mean, this is like the only usable thing out there that I'd consider hooking up towards this, but in all honesty it's these two and unless we are going to expand all the way over here, I think we're gonna leave that quarry for what it is right now, and pretty much this will be the cutoff point, right? So, having established that, the farms then, we have a solid base of farm supplies being produced over here. Time that we move it to places. And of course, I also want to know, is our train has more than enough capacity for what it's... Oh man, I mean, this is just nuts really. Only 9 tons waiting and we have a 3-wagon train. Yeah, we need engineering supplies over here. So I guess that is the next step that we need to take a look at. But and for that we need to open the map view, because over here one can see that in terms of engineering supplies, and I've opened up pretty much all the things that make engineering supplies except for the smithy forge, but I don't really need to look. If we open up the iron ore mines, do you see anything blicker? I sure don't. That means that there are no iron ore mines close by. So the whole metal engineering supplies production chain is off the limits over here. What's left are the forest. And guess what? They're also not here. They are, however, down over here. See, there's a good bunch of them. So yeah, in terms of engineering supplies, for the moment, I guess we'll have to do without, really, till we are going to expand over here, but we're not just yet. So what we are gonna do then is, because right now, I mean, this is a bit lame, isn't it? So what we're gonna do is we are going to hook up a couple of farms, just so that we at least do something with the the farm supplies that we're producing right now. Oh wow, 16 tons. I might even have to increase the vehicle count over there too. I don't know though, we'll have to see. Over here it's totally not needed, but yeah, 3 is more than enough. It might even be overkill really, but now we'll have to see. Anyway, so we need to take a closer look at the farms that we have at our disposal, right? We have over here a dairy farm. And you know what? Let's actually clear this selection over here and let's take a look at the farms that we have. Dairy farm, dairy. Arable farm. Wow, look at this. We have like 4 dairy farms relatively close by. That's a nice cluster. The arable farms are a bit more spread out. I must admit that I'm not really at home in the all the farm types, so I'm looking through here. Mixed farm. Wow, there's also a good bunch of you, and look at just the crazy amount of farms there are out there. Wow, that's a lot. A mixed farm? I don't really see anything else. Sheep farm. Yeah, see, so these are all the farms that are out there pretty much, I believe. And derp me if I skipped one, but fruit plantation? No, not a fruit plantation. I have a feeling I was still missing one, but I can't find it. So these are the ones. Oh, sugar farm? No. Ah, well, screw it. These are the farms that we need to go to. Now I want to look for clusters of farms of the same color, and I see that the dairy cluster over here is pretty much the first one that leaps to my mind. Now that will produce stock as well, and we then also have a sheep farm close by over here. So I guess you can see where this is going, and you'd be totally right in that that is indeed where it's going. We are going to hook up these farms and bring the milk to the dairy, and then let's take a look. Where is the stockyard? Oh, that's just like a few. Oh, perfect. Yeah, right. So this will be, man, look, see what I'm talking about when I say that everything's going to be tight over here? That is right here. Anyway, let's get some more track works out here. Short tracks for, well, easy money, I guess. I'm actually having trouble trying to decide where to place this station, because this, of course, the thing is, we need to distribute the farm supplies from this station, so this needs to be all interconnected. But if I were to place a station over here, that is just so incredibly short, and we also need a junction in between. I don't think we will be able to manage that. So what I'm thinking of doing is building the station over here, and then possibly, I mean, look, these farms are actually already hooked up by a station. All that I would need to do really is, well, I could have the farm supplies be brought back to these farms via a train over here, you know, it just takes a load of farm supplies, and then, but that would be wildly off balance, because anything else wouldn't be able to grab them because there's not that many. This is an issue. Tough one actually. It's not really that these are like the high producing numbers either. Look at that, all 18. Whoa, oh, never mind. Though this farm doesn't, I mean, it just doesn't use anything that we produce. You know, with the farm supplies. I mean, it's like grain and sugar beet, which is like totally, completely a different thing. If, you know what we could do, and I'm thinking of doing that really, what we could do is build another station like right over here, which has tracks leading up there, and then that way, no. Oh man, these small areas are really what doing me in at the moment, because it's really difficult to decide. What we could also do, of course, is have the station be all the way on the far end over here. I guess that could work. Or have it be on a lower level and then have these tracks go above it if need be. That could also really work. See, ideally, what I would like to have is that the farm supplies are transferred to the diary, and then from the diary they're taken towards the farms. I think that would be the optimal situation. Now, for that to happen proper, this is an issue. I mean, these both are hooked up by this station, and I feel it's pointless to build yet another station when this one's already covering them. So I'm thinking that road transport is going to be the more preferable option over here. And if we're gonna do that, then there's no real need for a junction here. We could just do the easy route and build the station right over here and just have it be, oh wow, we can just have that be in a straight line over here, and it would all work wonders. I don't think this needs any more thinking of. Let's get it done. to decide which vehicle we're gonna put over here for, you know, well, delivering the supplies. But of course I don't want vehicles with different speeds on the network here, because I've had that in other places, and to say that I'm satisfied with the results would be a mild understatement. So I feel like the supplies are kind of like secondary when it comes to you know, delivery time. I mean, I know they got cargo payment rates over here, but I feel like that the main cargo is what should determine whether or not we use slow or fast vehicles. So let me quickly take a look at what livestock and or livestock or whatever you call it, what that does, and the milk. Now, wow, that's a pretty steep decline. And livestock or livestock has I don't even know, livestock, I guess. Livestock has a little bit of a less steeper decline, but it's still both pretty steep, so we're gonna go with fast vehicles to carry around these supplies. It's interesting actually how the 4-horse flatbed carriage over here has a real lower reliability than the covered carriage. It's interesting. Anyway, continuing on. You got to be kidding me. Really? Right then, so the milk suffers the exact same problem as the fruit does, which means that it can only be transported through extremely slow means. Balls, really. Oh man, actually I can't think of it. Well, here's the thing, you know, I'm thinking about this right now and I'm like, no, you gotta be kidding me. But the thing is as well, remember when we were setting up the fruit trains that they bugged out and they all went to the depot automatically? Now I think the cause for that was that we had too fast locomotives for the wagons they were pulling. Now, to go with this one with matching speed, I don't know, but I don't like even the thought of it. So I want to use a faster locomotive so that it can pull up those weights easily. But I think that we might run into the same issues with the fruit train, that it will auto-depot itself. I don't know, I guess we'll have to find out. So yeah, we'll go with the mogul because it can't go faster than 56 kilometers anyway, so balls. Right, I'll set this up. Trying to get this to run in a way and that I can be certain that it will deliver goods towards the coal mine, but it won't take away those engineering supplies straight away. Now we have 3 different type of wagons over here, and I'm trying to find the one resource that the flat bed or whatever it's called, you know, the middle one here. That's the only material that can carry, but so far I don't really see anything that fits that bill. I mean, yeah, you have the longest list of things you can carry. You know, it might actually be oil. Alright, good. So oil then, huh? Let's see. Oil, is that true? It is. Oil, look at that. Nice, nice, nice. Right, so we're gonna get this sorted. Right, now as you can see, I mean, this is like a multi-purpose train. We're also delivering grain and we're towards this mill, so yeah, lots and lots of stuff will be produced over here, actually, especially lots of food. But the good thing is that these do accept manufacturing supplies, and we're not even done there because we have a stockyard over here. And seeing how we produce livestock here, I intend on transporting that too. So let's get that sorted, shall we? Oh, actually, come to think of it, this is another one of those very, very tough choices. See, ideally, we'd have a station close to the water that goes in a circle, because that is, I mean, in terms of capacity, that's just the bomb, you know? I mean, that's the best you can have when it comes to capacity. But the thing is that we also have the sugar refinery, and there are a few mixed farms out here, I believe, that make... No, not you. Yeah, look, sugar beet. I mean, why not use that, right? So, the other best thing that we would have is a station, which is like in the center over here, but then getting it hooked up to the water is going to be crazy difficult. Unless, of course, and this is my secret plan, we build a canal that goes in over here and then have a station. Yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. D, the executive tycoon of Speedynet, has yet again another plan. Wow, oh my god, look at the amount of farm supplies here. Craziness, I tell you. Now, this is carrying one load of farm supplies off right now. However, this supply is much faster, and I might even have to add in like a second flatbed. I don't think that that's such a bad idea, really. So, yeah, I might as well. Just so that there's, I mean, there's also like 3 farms that need to, you know, increase their production of that. So, then again, on the other hand, there's gonna be more farms using it, so we're gonna leave it at 1 actually. If it builds up a bit of a farm supply over here on this station, it's not that bad. Anyway, yeah, we need to get this to work. Next decision for that actually is to determine whether or not we hook it up to this track here, or we just skip that entirely and go straight for the tracks over here. Would be a detour around the mountain there, or we'd have to go like right through it, which also isn't really... Oh man, let's take a look over at this. How does the terrain go? It doesn't go that well, really. Stockyard's over there. And wow, actually, hold on a second. What I see over here are all the resource nodes that we had selected in the map view. Huh, that's a nice one. Nice touch, I didn't even know that. Anyway, oh, this is tough. Tough to decide whether or not we should go over here or we should go over here. I mean, it's just so tight in here, and I mean, they're not going to love us if we decide to build a junction here. Then they'll be pissed off for the rest of our lives, pretty much, and they're already pissed off with us, so I guess that's a no-no. So the only way really would then be to go like this. Oh man, as you can hear, I'm not that enthusiastic about it, because it will deeply complicate this junction and there's a minimum amount of traffic going on it. The other option, which would be a lot simpler but it would generate a lot more traffic through here, is to just extend this station like this and then have it go in a loop around. That's the really simple option. I guess actually it's my favorite one too, if I'm honest, so yeah, let's do that. Oh my good lord, I'm such a big derp. I thought I could build the docks over here and a canal. I know I mean that's possible in real life because we have that kind of stuff in my country. But in Transport Tycoon, I guess it's not possible. The only other option that we have right now is to well, artificially create a lake. Well, if that's what it takes, I mean, we've gone the complete stretch right now, we might as well. Right, we're gonna create a... so I can't even remove those canals? Well, I guess I could by bulldozering them, but look at how expensive it is to remove these canals. Crazy. Anyway, we've gone this far, we might as well go the whole 9 yards, huh? So, I guess that would be like this, and then... I don't know, how do we even make water? I mean, to be honest, I don't even know. It won't fill in on its own, really. I know that much. Do I just need to, like, I don't know, drag it in there like that? Or perhaps like this, so it flows in there? We are playing with the big bucks now though, and this is kind of an issue that this isn't working. Wait, hold on a second, did I just saw? Hold on a second, I saw a message over here. You are lost. You have no clue about where to go. You don't have any... Alright. What are your profits? Have you been lost for long? No, yeah, you are making a profit, so you're not lost. It's just a fake message. And ship 38, that's ship 39. Ship 31, no. Yeah, I saw ship 38 being lost as well in the message logs somewhere, a while ago, but... Yeah, well, I'm getting sidetracked here. This is of lesser importance. Over here is... Yeah, our canal. I mean, we're just dabbling into stuff that I have no clue about. Is it over here, landscaping? Why doesn't this just fill up, really? Alright, you know what? We'll do this the old-fashioned way, the way that I know works. Yeah. This, I know, we're wasting big chunks of money, but this is how we're gonna do it. We have our own canal now. This will flow, will be flooded over time, and then we'll have our docks over here. So I guess we're golden. The only thing that I wonder now is if I were to build these docks, huh? Site unsuitable. I know over here it just has to be a separate station, but I do want to know if I build it over here whether or not I'll be able to hook it up too. I guess I could find out by trying a road depot over here on the same spot. Nice! That one does pick up, so I believe that one over here will also pick up. In fact, yeah, if it picks up over there, good stuff. Right then, time to get to building, huh? I'm looking at this and I think I did it all wrong. What I should have done, terraform a little bit I think, and then move the station somewhere over here. Instead, what we have now is a station way too close up to this town, and the track should have been around over here, so that in the future it would be easier to just extend our network into this area and develop that as well, because right now I've pretty much made that impossible. Balls. Right, that sounds good, but... Ah well, I guess we'll have to address that another time, when we play more OpenTTD.